welcome to another amazing day at fmtraining.tv. My name is Margaret. I'll be your broadcast engineer for today. Hello. Good to see everybody here. I am here with the wonderful Nick Hunter, who's a really fantastic FileMaker developer, truly one of the best in the business. He really knows his stuff. He's a master of UI UX, and frankly, he really knows how to push FileMaker to its absolute limits. Like things you're like, oh, I need to add other things to FileMaker to get it done. You can do it inside of FileMaker using Nick's tips and tricks. I'm going to go over our schedule real fast. We do this 5 days a week at the same time every day. We stream to Discord, YouTube, and Twitch. Please ask questions. I do watch all of them. I know that a couple other chats are a bit more quiet, but that's fine. But don't be afraid to ask a question into the void. I am watching. I'm hovering over there going like, keeping an eye on things. So we are doing our Extreme Report series currently with Nick. So we have today will be day 7. Tomorrow will be a Friday with the JRay, which will be importing, extracting, and exporting a folder of files into FileMaker. Monday will be webhooks in FileMaker with the MBS plugin. And then Tuesday and Wednesday will be finishing up our Build Extreme Reports of FileMaker series. And then Thursday will be starting a new mini-series with Nick, which will be manipulating dates and time frames with Claris and FileMaker. So that'll be really cool. That'll be a new topic. That'll be fun. If you'd like to support the channel, we'd greatly appreciate it. We have our FM Training annual subscription bundle. This might look a little different to you guys. So we have our basic subscription, which is basically all 3 primary video courses. This doesn't include the certification training, and I also don't think it includes the UI UX training, but I might be wrong. The middle bundle is all courses plus a calendar kit, and if you're also new, we give you a free hour of coaching. And then the final option includes actual copy of FileMaker Pro and FMSP Enhanced. If you have bought our stuff before or are going to buy any of these, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Otherwise, I do recommend it if you're looking to get into FileMaker and you're like, man, these live streams are great, but I really need like a breakdown from the beginning. This covers that. Or you're like, I've got gaps in my knowledge. This will help with that too, I promise. Nick, what are we doing today?
Hello, Margaret. How are you today?
Okay, other than not knowing enough.
Yes, okay. So thank you guys for joining today. And so I'm very happy that, every time I'm coming, trying to do some good stuff. And sometimes it's better, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's great, sometimes it's, but, we try our best. So I hope you like what we do. And, but if you come every day, it's because, you like it. So, so thank you for joining. And today we do it's a day 7, right? Day 7 of this extreme report stuff. So,
yes, it is.
So we have much good stuff, much more good stuff to come. The next 2 days will be cool. So we will see things interesting. So I want to remind because sometimes people ask me, so yeah, but if what you explain, but it doesn't apply to me and stuff like that. I say, yeah, but you can inspire yourself, so you can inspire yourself with what we do here, and then use it on your own, and use the technique for other things and stuff like that. Because what I'm explaining is it's not just for one thing. I'm picking an example. I'm picking a case scenario. Most of the time, the case scenario I come with our case scenario from the real world, things that are I know it works because I build for real people. It's not just a sample file. You understand that if I took the example of the teacher and the school, it's because I've been doing this for school and teachers, right? So so that's why I took this example. Today we are going to continue to work on this. So the report. So yesterday we did this very nice stuff here, and so somebody said, "Oh, building this in such a small amount of time." Yeah, because somebody mentioned it. Yeah, it's not difficult to build. Because I'm using very simple techniques, but sometimes simplicity can be seen as complex, because since there's nothing to see, people are confused because they don't see anything, right? But most of the time, FileMaker is doing everything for us, and we don't even know. right? So so I understand why it can confuse, get you confused, and that's why I'm going to explain better. I'm going to explain very well, especially this technique of the bucket of IDs and parent key, foreign keys, and using the relationship to manipulate this, right? So today, what we're doing, we're going to start doing something that I said I'm going to do. It's to make this script here, this workflow, much faster than what it is. So first, I'm going to take this, right? Take this. So I have a lot of data. I have 200 people. I have all the grades. I have a large amount of, the date range, and I have all the days. So this will take some time, right? Because some people tell me, okay, what are the benefits of performance server, right? So the benefits is this, okay? So here what we have, so we have to pass this 3 times, right? To get the results, right? So that's what we need to do. 3 times we need to pass this, right? So you understand, so that will take some time, right? And nobody wants to wait that amount of time, okay? Nobody wants to wait. And that's why you're here, because you want to avoid this, okay? Because this is a pain. 3 times this, right? And I have only 200 records, right? So it's not like, we have a large amount. And, I have only 10,000 records with my dates, item stuff, right? So it's not that big. So imagine when you have millions of records, right? So it takes hours, days sometimes. Somebody one day told me, say, oh yeah, take 5 days to do this, right? So that was one pass, right? So now we have another one, and we will have another one. So I'm going to stop this. Okay, so you got the point that this is slow. Okay, so we agree. I don't have a lot of records and it's slow. Okay, so let's stop this. Okay, stop this and cancel. Okay, so normally I want to make sure that this is clean. It is clean. Okay. So what we want, so I don't want you to see that right now, so I'm going to pause, right? I don't want you to see what I'm going to do, because I want you to have the surprise, right? So I'm going to resume, okay? So what do we want? So I don't change anything. Same stuff, 200 people, same time frame, days, and all the grades, okay? So what we want, so we have this, so this didn't change, okay? But the summarizing amount paid and stuff like that, this is the time that requires. It's done, right? So you want another killing demo, right? So it's done, and I'm going to prove it, okay? I'm going to prove it. So it's done, okay? And so I'm going to open this, and where's my, okay, here. Okay, so I'm opening the test one, boom, done. So I have all those people, I have my total here, and I have all the replacement stuff was here, right? So you have here, you have all of this, right? So that's what we want to do, right? So that's what we want. We want something very fast. So how we achieve this, okay? So of course we perform on server, okay? So what I've done, okay, is to move this, because this is where it's slow. So when you do something like this, okay, so the point is what? We don't want, okay, the idea is this. then things are difficult and very hard to get on server, right? And very much simpler locally, right? And then things very slow. So the idea here is to say, okay, what can I keep local and what do I need to send to the server in that process? The things, for example, here I have an example. Importing from one table to another on server would have been much more complicated to build. Because here, for example, if I say I want those people and I want those people, right? So I want two categories. So I have 58 people only. I don't have 200. And right, and here I'm changing this. I'm changing this. I'm changing the amount of people. So I'm going to, I'm changing this in what month, and I'm removing some grades here, right? Right. So if I'm doing this, and I'm removing days, and I say I hit continue, and I want to generate the report. So we see it's almost instant, okay? And but in that process, right, there are things that would have been much more complicated to build on server. So you see the report is there, it works, okay? So because the imports, here I selected 58 records, okay? So I'm going to import those 58 records. And then here, I'm going to select here, like this, okay? I will select an amount of records, right? And also I'm going to import this. So the import, it's locally, it's much simpler because we know where we are. It knows the import, this import here knows if I go there, why I cannot, oh yeah, because I canceled this, okay. This import knows I have 58 records to import. It knows it. If I change this, if I change it and I have less, I have 46 now, right? It knows I have 46. So this import records here knows this. If I send that to the server, I need to tell the server, select those 46 records, because the server has no way to know that. When you say, okay, server, do this, I need to do the find again. Otherwise, it will show all the time, because the server is like opening the file again, and it doesn't know the file set you have. So in that case, you say, okay, I don't need to put that on the server because the benefits will be like, oh, instead of taking 1 second, it will take half a second. The benefit is no. The benefit is nothing. And we have a huge amount of work to make it working on server. So the work versus benefits, is not good. The work versus benefits, right, is not worth it. Okay. So let's keep it locally. And in my process, what is heavy? What takes time? This take time. This take time. We saw it, the free pass, right? The free replacement. That takes time. But that is much simpler to send to the server. Much simpler than sending everything, the import, which is cumbersome on server, right? This is easy. Just I need to tell the server to put the server on the same condition, right? And say, grab the records, grab all the records I have, right? And replace. And And we learned since the beginning of this series, right, that we know now how to retrieve our babies. We know how to do that. So that's why we use this session ID technique. Each time that I'm generating a report, I'm generating a UUID, and every single record that I'm going to create during that process could be like where is it? A new request, a new record here. I'm creating a new record where I'm putting the report name and the time frame. That I have a new record, right? Where I'm importing one record here and I'm importing like 250 or 60 record, right? All the records that I am creating, right, will have this ID in one field, the same ID, all the records that I'm going to create. So I can, since I have this ID, I know this ID, I can just go right on the server. So this is the server, and put the server on the same situation, right? So here I'm telling the server, okay, during that session, okay, during that script, I generate an ID, right? In a variable. So I'm going to build here a variable where I'm going to set all the parameter I need to send to the server, okay? So I'm sending the new session ID, and I'm sending all the things, but let's concentrate on the new session. So in that script here, I'm going to send the new session ID. So when I say server, grab the ID, this is the ID, okay? This is the number. Go to that layout, retrieve the records with the session ID, retrieve the records, and then proceeds. And then you can proceed on those records. Of course, I'm going to send other parameters because I need, remember, the server doesn't know squat about your current situation. That means you can put, you have global fields with IDs in it, right? Right now, I might have, right? But the server has no ideas about this global. On the server will open the file, run the scripts, and say, I have nothing in my globals. You have on your local computer, but I don't have. So, okay, server, since you don't know anything about my current situation, let's inform you. I need the list. That is the list of IDs of the people, of the items, I searched, remember in that thing here, when we get here, this here, that the list of the ID of the item I found based on this, okay? So we saw that yesterday. So, okay, this is a list of those, okay? Also, you send to the server, the list of the IDs of the teachers, right? So this is a list of the teachers. You send that to the server. So he has a list of the items and he has the list of the IDs. And then I need the number of records because I found at the beginning of this, I said, okay, oh, by the way, this is a list of the people I selected here, right? This is a list. For example, if I'm selecting this, right? And this, right? Now I have 49. if I'm generating this report here, right, this list of IDs, I will have in it the people that the 49 people I selected. Okay. Okay. So send to the people. So I selected, X number of people. I'm counting how many people I have. And then this number, I say, okay, hey, this is at the end of the report, inform the people, this stuff here, inform the people that I have, I don't know, here, that I have 58 people. Okay, so you inform the server with this, because the server is going to create these things. Okay, the server is going to create these things here. So I'm going to keep it open because the server is going to create that record here. Okay, so I'm sending that to the server. So the server came and said, okay, thank you for their ID, the session ID. Thank you for their items ID. Thank you for their people ID. And thank you for the number of records. So you get the parameters like this. And I'm going to explain that again. Then go to the record, go to the layout, find this ID, find those records, and then say, okay, in order to the relationship to work, I need to put in the globals those lists, list of teacher and list of IDs. I need to put that in those two globals here, okay, in order to initiate the relationship, okay, because the relationship is based on this. This relationship I have here, the 201E and the 201F, okay, those two, okay, the E requires this information here, the link transfer ID, and the F requires those two, right? So here I need one, this one, and the F, I need those two. So that's why I need to inform those two. Then the replace can take place. So I have my relationship back, the same relationship that I had locally, I have now back the same on the server. So the server can process this. And by the way, since you're there, perform this, you add 2 rows, right? Two empty rows like this. Where's the number? Okay. Each time I'm closing it. So create one record and another one. And on this one, right? Put this, right? So let's keep it open. So this is what it's doing. So I'm creating 2 records. Here I'm setting this, the teacher, and I'm setting the number of records, right? And then I am putting this on the other column. So on column A, I'm putting this. On column B, I'm putting this. And then on column F, I'm adding the sum of the, the sum of the total, right? So it's this, right? This one. So here we have the total per people, and here we have the total of everybody, right? We have all this total, this, okay? So to do that, I'm using 2 relationships, right? So the first one, the total per people, I'm using the E, for each people, right? With the bucket of the transfer ID, right? And here we have the total of everybody, okay? That everybody. So here, okay. So do we have any questions so far? Because I want to make sure that people got that.
I think we're good. Feel free to
Okay.
keep going.
Okay. So when we're done with this, okay, so the server has done its part, right? Now back here, so I don't have, when I'm here, I have no clue what the server has done. No clue. I mean, it has done something. It created some records, right? So, but now I need to, what's the name? I need to save that. I need to save it. I need to save that Excel spreadsheet, right? So to do so, because here you remember. So let's debug it. Let's debug it a little bit. So I'm generate this, and then I'm clicking here and I'm debugging. Okay. So we have the new session. We have this. We select the report we need. We go here, right? Then it's a teacher. We go to that layout, right? We pause because we want to select things. Then we continue. We resume. We set this and this because I need later. Okay, here we defined how many dates I have here. This is how many grades I have selected. This is, and then I'm selecting the record here. Okay, so this is I'm making my buckets of the items, right? So then here I'm setting a variable with that the list of the item I get, right? So here, because based on this search, because this is like a search, based on that selection, based on those two items here, those two fields here, this relationship will get me a found set, right? And I'm collecting all the IDs here in that variable, right? Then I go to another layout because I need to put myself, okay? I need to put myself in that context, because here I was in the other context. I was the context of the items to search them, collect the item, the ID. Then I'm going to another context where I'm pretty much build a report, right? Then I'm setting the message, that's just a message here, and refresh the window. Then I'm creating a new record. So I'm starting building the report here. I'm building the report. I'm putting the name. I have a new request. I'm importing the titles, the column titles. I'm importing the people, the teachers, right? Then I'm changing the title because I'm not doing the same thing. Here I was generating the report, right? And here I'm summarizing the amount paid, And then when I'm there, right, I send the burden to the server. So the server does it. Done. It's done. Server's done. Now, I'm saving the report, right? So what do I do? I'm going to that is where I have all the columns that I want to save, okay? This is where I'm going to save the report. I make sure that I have all the records of that session, right? And then I'm saving it, right? Saving it. When it's saved, I say, okay, I don't need that anymore. Close the window and you go home, right? So we might have a question. I saw one.
No questions currently.
No question? Okay. No. So now, okay, I want to explain very well how all of this works, okay? Because I know some of you guys are confused with this system of many buckets, right? So let's put myself in the right condition, in a good condition, right? So when I do this, when you hear and you say here, okay? So let's put myself in another layout. Now here I need that. So when I go to here, I'm going to go to another layout. I'm going to be in this one, okay? Then you can see what happened here. Okay. And I'm putting a stop here, okay? So I'm generating this, and I'm generating this, and I'm going there, and I'm continuing. Okay, so let's stay there, okay? Here, you see here, I have a selection of records, okay? So we learned yesterday how this is made, I have two relationships. I have one relationship with two predicates, and then this relationship pointing to itself, pointing to the same table, will select a bucket, a found set, okay? So this found set now, right? And for each records, I have an ID for each of them. I have a primary key for each records, okay? Thanks to the list of here, a summary field list of, thanks to this will gather the entire list of these found sets, right? Of the IDs, right? I'm gathering this. So thanks to this, so now I have two buckets. Okay, I have two buckets. This IDs here combined with another set of IDs, which this, okay? I'm going to play with this. So let's play a little bit more, okay? So you understand that, right? So it's okay. When we actually do the report. So let's go there and let's create a new window here using the 201 document with the layout, this one, okay? And I save this, and I go there, I do this, I import the two, okay? Okay. I'm staying there when, so we're going to do step by step like this. So generate this, I play it, and I play it. So now I have a new window. It will import the record. Okay. So now I'm good. So now I can stop this, right? So now here. So, but I don't have my bucket, but it's okay. Because I have, yeah, I don't have this. Did he do it? I think he didn't do it. No, it didn't do it. I need to do that. I need to do the two things okay, so I need to copy those two things here and to make it happen, whatever. I don't care because, yeah, I can put it here. I don't care because the list of teacher, when do I get the list of teacher? Oh, here. Okay, so now I'm good. So I can now, I'll do it again because I needed to, oops. So save this. Okay, so let's do it again. I'm creating this, play, So now I have the good situation, okay? Okay, so here I have an ID here. I have, this is the ID of that guy, okay? This is the ID of that guy. What happened here? Oh, okay. Okay, this ID here is the ID of the guy here. So proof of it, E8B4, E8B4. So that ID is the teacher ID, okay? Right? Okay, so now each payment has a foreign key, right? And the foreign key here, I have the foreign key of this guy here, okay? So they are all with E8, E8, E8 because they are related to that guy. If I go to the other guy here, the next guy, it's 351F, and all those IDs, all those items here are related to that guy with this with the B8, right? The B1, you know. Hold on. No, it's not this. It's not this one. It's another guy. Yeah, because I'm sorting. Okay, never mind. So you got the point. Okay, so 0707. So and all those records are tied to that guy. So I have the ID of that guy, right? So if I'm coming here, right, and if from this context here, I have a relationship, let's build a relationship. I am in 201, okay? And I want here, so this T200 test, I want to link this with this ID, you know, and I want to with the teacher ID of this, you know, of this teacher item. So from my report, I'm going to the teacher, to the items with the ID of the teacher. Okay, what do I will get? What will I get? Okay, what will I get? So I'm putting myself here, or I can go to the data viewer, whatever, and I say T201 with this, right? So I will have all the amount of that guy, okay? All the amount, all the payments of that guy, because I am in that record. No, if I go to another guy, so you see this here, if I go to another guy, it change, right? If I go there, it change, it change. See, it change each time I'm going to somebody else. It change because it's somebody else, okay? So from here, in that report, from here, I am pointing directly, okay? So now the difficulty was, remember, but this is all, see if I go there, this is all the dates, all of them, 21, 22, 20, right? That's all the dates. But I want to, you know, I want to restrict this, right? So if I say, okay, now I have another relationship, right? Where I'm saying, yes, I want to connect this table here to the teacher item, right? But also, right, I want you to use, right, this one here where I have all the IDs. This one, hold on. I think so. Yeah, where I have all their items. That means Here I'm saying, yes, I want this guy. But here, the list of the item you need to search on, okay? On this one, the primary key of the items, you need to look for this list, not all. So here's the difference. Here's the difference. So now, if I go there, I have one only. And if I change, I might have multiple, but here I have one. Here I have, because my selection was small, I have one. So I don't have like a list like before, because, so I can show you the difference here. So I remove this, because I have the E. The E is the one I want. So if I change this, so now, boom, I have all this, right? But if I change, so this is the list of it's the amount. So if I do a sum of this, I will have 12,000, right? Because it's the sum of all of those, all the dates. But if I change this to E, I have one item only, because only one item out of those match the list I've selected, right? This list here. This is the list of the item you need to look for. So FileMaker will say, I want that guy, okay? So look for that guy. Link transfer, sorry, this one. Okay. Look for that guy as a primary key, as a first predicate, and then look in that bucket, the one that has that ID in common, right? So that's what we want to do. So here, obviously, okay, that's only, for example, let's do an example here, something very simple, okay? I want to see, okay, in the here, in the list of the T201 test, okay, which one here, all of those, right, are the ones I have all those records matching that guy, the first one. But if I said, don't look, if I use, and I say, no, you need to look only on this bucket, I have only one matching, right? So this is why we don't need to have those very complicated and cumbersome relationship, right? So now, for example, now you have this, so you have this here. You can play with this, you play, and you can do whatever you want, right? So here, for example, I have a great example. I want the list of people, right? I want two things. This one here is tied to one guy, only one, the one with the ID, right? Look in that bucket for that guy, okay? And this one here, it's my total. So I said, look for all the guys I have in the list, right? And in the buckets. So I mean, look the buckets. I should have. Let's reformulate this one. Let's delete this one. No, yeah. So no, it's okay. That is all my teachers, and look in that buckets for all of them. Here I'm saying look for that guy in that bucket. And here, look for all the guys in that bucket. You understand? So that's why I have the total, because I'm saying look for all the guys. Okay. But you understand the problem we have here, we want to solve, right? It's that we have a moving number of people, right? Here I have 200 people, but I could have less, more. I could select different dates, right? So that's a problem we have. And thanks to the creating those buckets together, right? FileMaker does the job, and you don't need to to move anything, right? So if you don't have any question, I don't see any.
Nope,
Yeah.
we're good.
Okay. So just had a thought for live topics. How to use a script debugger and data viewer, things like setting breakpoints. Oh, that's a good idea, Ken. Oh yeah, because you saw me. Yeah, you see me manipulating this window, this data viewer things. Yeah, I'm using that a lot because pretty much the data viewer it's a calculation debugger, right? It's a without using the data viewer, there's no way you can build anything, right? So you can play as you saw me doing things, right? So you put yourself in the context and then you open it, right? And the advantage of this, yes, it's a good idea because most of the time what I'm doing here, for example, here I am in the middle of a script, right? So what I'm doing is this. So let's cancel this. I'm opening the script. I have the script here, right? And then I'm doing this. I have the debugger open, right? And I can manipulate this. I can even open things while the script is running, right? So this is something you don't know. So the script is running, and I can go there and look for things while the script is debugging. For example, here, I have the number of records, for example, new session. So, or sometimes, oh, I want to know what this list of reports looks like. Okay. So while the debugger here, you click here, and then you click here, and then you say, okay, this is empty for now. It's empty because I didn't do it yet, right? So you can keep this, right? Continue the script until it comes, okay? And boom, you have it, right? So it's something that is very cool to manipulate. Yeah, it's a good idea. So we're going to write it down and make it, because it's without using the data viewer, is a put an end while debugging. What I don't manage well is that's easy. But I'm going to do a real video on this, right? So I'm going to do that. So yeah, let's show you. It's very simple. When you hear in the script itself, and you say stop there, right? And then stop there, and then stop there, for example. Okay, so I have 3, but you need to save the script, right? Each time you do this, see the script here, you need to save the script, right? In order to save this. So now when you debug this, you hear, you initiate the script, and then you have 1, 2, 3. They come with and then you can play, and boom, it stop. Play, boom, it stop. Play, boom, it stop. So you stop each time. No, this is the pause. So you play, boom, it stop, right? So each time you what's the name? You have a break, you play and play and play and play. Okay. So that's one way to do it. Okay. The other way, so let's remove those. Okay. The other way is during the debugger. Okay. So you're there, oh, you're there, and then you say, yeah, but I want to break here. So play this. So during the debugger, play this, but I want to break here. Or let's put a break somewhere. Here, put a break. Okay, play, boom, it breaks. But this is not saved in the script. So you have the point break saved in the script that they are there at your disposal anytime you need them. Okay, and that is cool because sometimes we forget, you know. So you save it in the scripts, the end is there all the time. Or you can say, no, I want just one. Right now, you don't sing the debugger, say, yeah, but I want to check this first. Let's check this. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm in a good layout, right? So you understand? Like a pause, yeah, there's two predicates link. Okay, Stu, you have a question? Can you go back to the filter from date range and clarify which filter criteria is going into which predicate? Yeah. Okay, yeah, Stu, I'm going to do that. So let's go back to our topic, right? And let's go and let's put the script back the way it was because I, messed up a little bit. Okay. Okay. So Stu has a question, a good question. So I like it. Always good questions, Stu. So which predicate is going to which one? Okay, understand that. So here, when you hear, so let's stop this. Okay, when you hear, right, there's two things going on. I need two, because I have two different things that I want together. Okay, I have two. This stuff here, this one, the date and this is going to the same buckets. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. Up, up. Okay. Because I have everything here still. Okay. Okay. So, and I have my try button, by the way. No? Throw it away. Okay, never mind. I can build one. Yes. Okay. Okay. So I'm here. Okay. So here I have this selection here. So this selection here, right? I'm saying I want from this day to this day, right? I made a selection here and I want this, and this, right? So, oh yeah, but I'm not showing the, oh, it's there. It was, and I had my try stuff. Okay. Okay. So let me show that I have a vertical. Okay. So this here is based on the calculation. Okay. This. So I have a calc, an auto entry calculation that builds me this. Okay. This list here. This is based. So this one too. So these two fields and this one are used in the auto entry calculation while. Okay. So the global start date, the global end date, and the day of week. So those three, this one, and this one are used in that calculation. So I put that in that field. So my test, take this, and paste it here. Okay? That's what. And then I have this, and this, and this, and this. So here I'm selecting grades, right? that I have in that global variable. And I'm putting that there, right? So now I have two predicates. I want you to find me the records that match this and this at the same time. So it will go to the first record, one, and you will look all of this one by one. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I found one. Okay. Then he said the second one, and you look at it, tick, 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 up, I found one, right? Or two, or three, or five, right? So that's why the power of that multi-value, multi-predicate relationship is the key, because you can do whatever you want. And you can add a predicate, right? Let's say, let's play, what time is it? Yeah, we have some time. I want to add here, right, a tag active. Okay, so I'm adding a tag active here, okay, in that list here. Okay, and I'm putting the tag here. So let's remove this, and I'm putting a tag here. The tag is here. Okay, and for example, for that guy here, so that was January 21, 23. Okay, I'm putting here tag. Okay, and why it goes away? Did I put something wrong here? Tag active. Okay. January 1. Why should I putting 1? It goes away. Okay, no. Okay. So Grady Cooper, which is so January 21, 23, I put a 1. This guy here, I put a 1 on January, right? Okay, I don't know why because I don't, yeah. Okay. Need to make sure this. Okay, so I put a 1. So now picture this, okay? I put a 1 here, I put a 1 here, I put a 1 here, I put a 1 here. Okay. So, why it goes away all the time? That's funny. Okay. I might have done the mistake, no? No, it's okay. I don't know. I move my mouse. That's why I have a magic mouse sometime and it's doing some stuff. But I have my stuff here, right? So I have my tag here, and I'm saying, okay, let's select the entire year, okay, and the entire year. Then I'm good. I'm sure that I will select all. Okay, that's the entire year of 23. And I want all my grades, right? If I try, he found 192. Okay, that's what he found. All the grades from a year. Okay, but if in that I'm adding a new link here that I call a permanent link. Permanent. Okay, and of course it's a global. Okay, you understand that we do that because those are manipulation kind of primary keys, something that we manipulate with scripts, and we change, and every user could change for any case scenario. It's not like a primary key fixed, like a teacher ID or a course ID or grade ID. No, it's a primary key where you can, so you put that global all the time. Okay, so now I have a permanent key, and in my relationship that I'm using here, then I don't remember which one it is, but I think it's let me see. I don't remember the name of the number. So which one we use here in the test? The D. Okay. So in T104D, I'm going there, and I'm saying, yeah, I want all of those, based on that the D, Oh, T104D. Okay, here. The grade and the range, but I'm adding an additional field here, right? I'm using the link permanent with the tag active, right? So I'm adding a third one, okay? And of course, here, this link permanent here, I need to put a 1. I need to put 1 there, okay? Remember, because that's the Boolean stuff, right? So it's, I have 1 here, right? Okay, so here now, I have 1 here. And if I do the same test, exactly the same, so let's do the same test, and I test it, boom, I have only 5 people out of all of this. Why? Because that's the only one where I have the tag one. They tagged, so I want them. So I want them because I said I want only the active. If I add another one, let's say I want to add this one, and I want to add this one and this one. So I add 3, okay? I add 3. So now, if I do test again, maybe they were on 22. So I need to add them on 23. Okay, hold on. This one. On 23. Here. Right? So I'm adding this one. So up, I have 2 more because I tagged them. So you can play with this a lot. So we have a relationship kind of webinar where I'm talking about this stuff, right? Because we can do something really cool if you want to play with this, okay? So let's remove this tag stuff. So, so what I want to show you is the power of this stuff, right? So if we remove this, the tag active, and let's play with something. I want to ignore those grades. I want the opposite, So I said, this now is no longer a selection, it's an ignorance, right? If I click here, so if I click here now, boom, I have none. But if I click here, I have all but the grade A and the grade A1. I have A2, but I don't have A1. Okay. If I click A2, I click test, boom. I have all of them, but I don't have those. So you understand? So it's powerful. It's super powerful. So you can do a completely different thing. You can completely reverse your stuff, right? Like this, right? Doing this, you ignore it because you said different. The same for the dates, right? You can do this. You say, okay, I want because sometimes we want to ignore stuff, right? So I said I want all the grades, for example. I want all the grades, but I don't want from that and that I don't. Boom. Now I have all of them. I have 9,000 records because it's all but this year. Right? So it's opposite. Completely opposite. And you can do again something even more powerful and say, okay, I want everything different. Everything. So you say, I don't want, what? So you click here, okay, click here. Okay, so here. So you said, I don't want 20, I don't want that days, okay? And I don't want those 2 in the list. Or let's say, I don't want the grade A. I don't want. Boom. I have everything, but I don't have 23. You can go, and I don't have grade A. I have no grade A whatsoever. No grade A. No, none. So you completely build an opposite one just by changing the relationship. And the advantage of the relationship is this. Okay, and then we can go, I think. The advantage of the relationship is this. Now I have two of them, right? So let's build this one and make it back the way it was, right? Right? Link, grade. And let's build this one, link grade with grade, link range with dates. Dates. And I want this to be ignore, right? So now I have two relationships here. So it's super easy. I go to my test here, I duplicate this, right? And this one, I'm using the other. I'm using the other. So this is ignore. Okay. So I have two buttons here now. You know, test, and this is test ignore. Changing this. So you have a toggle. Test, I'm adding the grade A, I'm adding this, and the text ignore is the opposite. Test, opposite. Test, opposite. What I done, just create another relationship. That's all. You know, it's yeah, we can stay there, you know, all day talking about this. But the mastering of the multi-key, multi-value, multi-predicate relationship combined together, it's a wow. You know, it's really, really powerful. And that's why, you know, perform fine. And, you know, people say, oh, perform, why you want me to do perform fine? It's poor. It's a perform fine is something like very precise. You know, you want something extremely precise, right? But when you want to do something like this, right, it's not a good way to, you know, to get the thing. You know, the thing is to, you know, use the multi-value, multi-predicate relationship. So what I pose instead, predicate, okay.
I was confused by the link IDs and the link IDs additional. I look forward to exploring the sample file.
Yeah, it's a big, okay. It's difficult to find names for those fields because they have multiple purpose. So you know, they can be anything. You know, this I use them for many things in the same scripts, right? So so pretty much is I need two predicates. I'm creating two globals and I'm putting one in one and the other one in those. So whatever the name, right? It's when you need two predicates, you put two fields and you do like this, right? And but it works with everything. It works with everything, right? So you select. That's why sometimes, you know, when you do, let's say you want to do a filter, okay? You want to do a filter. You want to find all the people in the state of California, right? For example. But not the people over 60 years old, right? You do like this, you use the same, right? You don't need to go and build very complicated or, I mean, you know, perform fine with, because this is, you know. So next week, we are going to go further with this, okay? And I'm going to show you something like, so I'm going to give you a sneak peek of what we're going to do next week. You know, I wanted to start today, but I need a full session, you know, or even two full sessions for that.
Yep, that makes sense.
Sorry?
So that makes sense.
Yeah. What we're going to do, you see I have grade A, because why I have grade here, right? Why I have grade here? So it's because why I have those information here? It's because I want to play with this. here I have this report, right? And here I have a total, right? Course name and okay. So I have this report and I have a course here. Yeah, I have a bug in my script here. Is replacing this with 0. It shouldn't have done that, but it's okay. It's a little bug. I have the course name and then I have the totals, right? How many paid, I have totals here, right? But that's a total, right? But I want to know how a column with the total paid for grade C, a column grade paid for grade E, a column for grade F, etc., etc., etc. So I want a column for each grades with the total for each grades, and then at the end I want the total of those, of the total, right? And at the end I want the total of each grade, and the total and the grand total. Right? And we are going to work how to build, how to create the title based on those, but sometime my selection will say, oh, you don't, in your selection, you don't have grade A's. You have B and E. That's it. How we know that? You understand? How we know that? So we're going to learn how to do that. And sometime, so that means here I might have 1, 2, and 3 columns, and then the total. But sometimes I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns, and then the total. So how to push the total at the end, right? So that we're going to learn, by the way. Okay, so that will be fun. So that will be, and how to get the total of the total, right? So that will be, so the next 2 days, next week, right? And then we have the date selection. Oh, the date selection, I love it. The date selection will be fun. Okay, guys?
Yep. Also, no, people who are asking, there, you do not miss a sample file. The sample file will be delivered at the end of the series, which will not be finished until next week. So.
Yeah, and I have a message from the boss. Okay, I have a message from the boss. You guys, we are going to start a session. So after I have a break of 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks or 3 week break.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. After that, we're going to start a session with their, like a modernization and like a workshop stuff. Send me a file, and then I pick one, and then for a week I work on it. Okay. You need guys to send me files right now. So I need files. So start now, because I'm going to receive a bunch of it, and I need to make a selection, an election, and then work on this. But you need to start sending, because this is not something we can do like a last minute, right? We need time to, So
I'll begin asking for it at the beginning of the streams as well, but yes.
Yeah.
So please send to support@rcconsulting.com.
Support RC Consulting, yes. And please add some sample data, like 5, 6 records that make sense and help the comprehension of the what's the name of the file, right? So I need some stuff in. So don't send me a clone empty. Send me like something that makes sense. Otherwise, I won't understand. So 1, 2, 3 records, that's enough, right? Understand? Okay, yeah. So we're good. We can go.
All right. Thank you very much, Nick. We greatly appreciate it.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
report of an individual up here who may be a FileMaker license. Well, it's potentially expired. Look at the back of that car right there. Looks like the FileMaker license has expired. Sir, I need you to step out of the vehicle. Sir, step out of the vehicle. Sir.